First match here is going to be Smooth Criminal as a Barzark Slayer Warrior versus Silent Widowmaker as a Duelist Brawler Skirmisher in a best of 3 here in day 2 of the second round of our tournament. Of course, the Warrior, Smooth Criminal there on the left in the orange, Silent Widowmaker on the right over there as the Skirmisher. These combatants are limited to 5 potions through all 3 of their matches in total, so they can use all 5 in a single match and then have none for the rest, or try to be a little bit more conservative. And we are off. Silent Widowmaker immediately throwing on his buff there. I believe that being his efficiency buff. Smooth, going to be closing the gap here. Trying to get in there melee with this skirmisher. And he backs away again, pulling his shield out. Now the skirmisher goes in, does a little bit of slashing there against him. Silent Widowmaker does not pull out his breakfall on that one, but does not take any damage as he comes down. Neither of these combatants seem to land those melee strikes in that engagement there. Silent taking a little bit of a beating here in this second melee engagement. Silent's going to put some distance here between him and his opponent. Nice block there by Silent Widowmaker with his shield. You can hear the shield clashes there as those strikes are getting blocked. Smooth swinging that mighty polearm. They're not seeming to land any shots with it though. Smart throws that buff on there. Gonna try to do some damage in here. Does not manage to get a whole lot of damage done. Up goes Silent. Takes full fall damage on the break without a break fall at all right there. Silent about 50% health. Now Smooth Criminal about 75% health. Smooth pulls up that polearm. Very fast-paced battle here. These guys dashing all around the place. Smooth Criminal took a bit of a beating in there. Silent keeps taking fall damage, like full fall damage from those getting knocked up like that. He's got to start using break fall and reduce the damage he's taking from those. Silent Widowmaker dashes away once again. Smooth staying in hot pursuit. Silent Widowmaker about 33% health now. Smooth still around 50% health. Silent's taking a little bit of beating. He's gonna have to do something here. Maybe drink a potion or do some transfers. He's gotta get that health back. Silent Widowmaker doing a pretty good job keeping his stats up. Smooth Criminal maintaining about 75% health most of this match. Silent Widowmaker about 50% health once again. Silent Widowmaker down to 25% health now. Smooth staying a nice health, keeping a nice health buffer of him over Silent Widowmaker. Silent Widowmaker gets back to about 75% health. He's got to try to do something. He's got to start landing some arrow shots or something. Smooth Criminal about 50% health. Silent Widowmaker still about 60% health as well. Smooth Criminal is a little bit of a beating right there. Silent just keeps getting knocked up and taking a bit of fall. I think he's taking fall damage, but he might be getting hit by that big pole arm whenever he comes back down. See that one-handed club there. Silent pulls out. And Smooth is going to take a seat here. Both combatants going to take a seat here. I'm not so sure that's a good idea. You see your opponent's down, you might want to get in there and do a little free shots on him with your bow. Smooth tries to take a seat down there right in front of his opponent, not the best of choices. And he does take a little bit of a beating for it. Smooth Criminal about 25% health now. Silent Widowmaker also about 25% health. Pretty close match here. Still anyone's game at this point. Silent Widowmaker about 25% health. He's about 2 or 3 hits now from going down. He's gonna have to do something. He's gonna maybe drink a potion. He's gotta do some transfers. Gotta get some health back. Smooth Criminal is back to 300 health there, 75% health. You see at the top of the screen. Silent Widowmaker is gonna take a lot of fall damage here if he doesn't use Breakfall. Oh, and I think he might have landed his Breakfall, but he got hit by that pole arm when he came down. He's about 2 hits from going down now. He needs to do something. He takes some bow shots. That's not gonna help him. He's got to avoid that pole arm or he's going to go down at this point. He's still taking arrow shots, not helping him. And Silent Widowmaker takes a bow shot as he's trying to get away and goes down. First round here going to Smooth Criminal. So we are currently 1-0 Smooth Criminal in this second round of the tournament, the kill. Day 2. Day 1, of course, just recently I got uploaded to the YouTube for you guys that would like to watch what happened in yesterday's matchup. And we're started again. Silent Widowmaker throwing that efficiency buff, I do believe, there, immediately on. Silent not connecting any of his arrow shots here. Smooth landing a couple. Now Silent supposed to land some of those arrow shots. He's losing this currently in this range battle. He is not on the positive side of this engagement. Up he goes. Nice breakfall by Silent Widowmaker there, avoiding his fall damage completely. He's not landing a whole lot of those arrow shots, though. I think he landed that one. That was a pretty nice shot. Landing those arrow shots is not as easy as it looks, though, folks. It's a very twitch-based gameplay. Smooth Criminal about 50% health. Silence got him down to about now they're about the same health. Now Silence got the advantage on the health now. If he can stay in here, he might be able to use this to his advantage and to pull out a quick victory in the second round, or this second matchup, that is. And up goes Silent again. Did not see how his landing went there, unfortunately. Silent is back on the losing end currently of the health war we have going. Smooth Criminal 50% health. Silent Widowmaker, so at 75%. Smooth Criminal is now down to about 50% health. Silent Widowmaker also drops down to about 50% health. Mostly an archery battle here with the limited melee engagements happening between the duelist and brawler. Excuse me, the duelist and Barzark here. That is the warrior there in the orange and the skirmisher in the blue. Both sporting the highest levels of armor for their specific roles. Silent takes a bit of a beating there in this melee engagement. Silent Widowmaker is about 25% health now. Smooth Criminal about 50% health. Silent Widowmaker 50% healthy. He's going to pull away, try to get his stats up. I am doing a little bit of frame drops there in the stream. I will try to correct it after this match here. Silent Widowmaker just taking a beating with those arrows there. So he's doing a pretty good job of landing most of those shots, and he goes in there again, knocks Silent up. Silent does break fall it. I'm not sure if that one actually needed a break fall. He didn't seem like he went very high. Smooth Criminal's about half health now, but his health seems to be going down because he's doing that that health to mana transfer. He's got to be getting statted out at this point, the amount of transfer he keeps doing. Using that shield to his advantage. While he is putting that shield, he is burning stamina. Smooth jumping right here in front of the camera. He's going to go back here and use this statue. We did see this used before in previous things. Now both combatants going to take a seat. Smooth notices no pressure and gets right back up, runs right back out there, get back on top of Silent. Smooth Criminal getting dangerously low now. Silent Widowmaker's got him down to about 2 hits. Silent Widowmaker's going to keep that pressure on. He's almost got him if he just keeps up in there. He's about 1 or 2 good lands here and he'll get him down. Smooth's doing a pretty good job of staying alive, but he's only about 2 hits from dead. Silent's just got to stay in there, just got to stay on him. He's got the definite health advantage. He's got to stay in that melee range. He gets some beating on him. Don't let him escape. Smooth's got to pull away. He's definitely low now. He's got 2 health left. He's got 1 hit and he's going to go down. And finally, Smooth falls down. Good show there by Silent Widowmaker. Pretty good job of Smooth trying to avoid going down there at the end. Did not quite pull away though in time. We are now 1-1 here in this matchup versus Smooth Criminal versus Silent Widowmaker. Smooth Criminal, of course, taking away the first match and with a victory, and then Silent Widowmaker matching him and taking the second match. We are 1-1. This third match will determine who progresses on, and they will be matching against the winners of the following match, the match following this one. And here we go. This is the final match between these two competitors here. The winner will be progressing forward. The loser getting a very quick trip back to the safe zone. I'm not seeming to land a whole lot of arrow shots here from either of the combatants. Silent taking a couple of shots there, unfortunately. Smooth seeming to be a little bit better aiming his bow in this arrow engagement. Now Silent finally starts to land some of those arrow shots. A little surprising that the skirmisher is not doing the best of job landing those arrow shots. I think that being the archery class would be a little bit better aiming his shots. Now Smooth's getting pretty low now. Smooth was about 50% health there. Not 100% sure what happened with that. Smooth taking a bit of a beating there from Silent. Pulls out that big pole arm. Gonna try to get some damage done in here. Lands a couple of shots. Silent also matching back with a few shots with that one-hander there. I'm not so sure that went in Smooth's favor when he pulled in there. Smooth pulling that shield out, going to block some more shots, but he is taking a little bit of damage every time he blocks one of those shots, even if the block happens. Smooth going in there once again. He knocks Silent up, see if he finds a break fall. Silent does not get a break fall. Takes a little bit of damage, jumps on top of Smooth's head, and dashes away. Dashes right back in. Smooth is dangerously low again. Smooth's about 2 hits now. Silent's still about 75% health. Oh, and Silent ends this one early. Silent taking down Smooth Criminal in the third match of their matchup here. First match going to Smooth Criminal. Second match going to Silent Widowmaker, and then the third and final match then also going to Silent Widowmaker. Put you guys back over here. As the results of our matchup, Smooth Criminal versus Silent Widowmaker. Silent Widowmaker taking the match there in the third and final round of the best of 3. Now joined with Silent Widowmaker. Did pull out the victory there in that matchup.
Greetings, Crush.
How's it going, man? It looked a bit little
sloppy.
Well, that first matchup looked a little like he dominated you on that one, but then you did manage to pull out the victory there at the end of the second one, and then that third one looks like you turned around and dominated most of that one.
I was really nervous in the first one, be honest. But I got comfortable and figured out what Smooth is working on, so.
I did notice you didn't manage to land a whole lot of your break falls in that first match. I think that might have hurt you quite a bit.
Yeah, normally I just kind of go with it, and I don't use my break fall because they usually hit me with a power attack or something devastating. So.
Well, I do congratulate
He's
you on
a
the
rough
win
warrior.
there. Smooth is supposed to be joining us here. I did send him the information. Just waiting for him to connect. I do not see the next combatants getting set up yet, so we do have a little bit of time. So,
who's fighting next, Crush?
The next combatant is going to be Loy Label versus Merithus Darkmoon. Loy Label, of course, advancing from the first round because his opponent, Libra Lives, managed to get disqualified before the match even started.
Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate.
Are you looking forward to fighting either one of those guys, or not looking forward to fighting one of those two guys, since they would be your next matchup, one of them?
Merithus and I got some roots. I would like to fight him. I really hate fighting mages, and I've dueled Loy Label a couple times, and he's pretty sick. So
I do see Smooth up there.
I would have to pick Merithus out of those two.
I'm gonna go ahead and drag Smooth down here. He can join us in the conversation.
Cool.
And I also joined with Smooth Criminal here of the Sick Bastards.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Smooth.
God, man, too much stress.
Yeah, I hear you.
That's also just to make sure that I'm getting my clans here right. Smooth Criminal, Sick Bastard, Silent Widowmaker, Black Sheep. That's who we have here in the comms with us. Where do you think you went wrong there? Look like you had pretty control in that first round there, Smooth, but then that second round, things didn't go quite your way.
Yeah. I would start hitting him with a lot of arrows, but he came back. I don't know. I give him my back too much. He got some nice disabling shot with his bow.
Another thing I think would have changed it up too is I was using a club first round, and I switched to a ethereal sword the second and third.
Oh, I did not notice that. That's a good point. That might have helped you out. That was a one-hander you're talking about then.
Yeah.
Silence was by far the best player on that fight for sure.
How do you think he's going to do going against either Loy Label or Merithus Darkmoon in the next round?
I think he's going to go against Maro, and he's got a good chance to beat him. I think Maro can beat a lot of warriors, but versus Silent, I think Silent may actually win that.
There you go.
Thank you for your confidence, Smooth. I don't know about that.
I appreciate you guys joining here. Any last comments here before I drag you guys out and go set up for the next match?
No, it's good for me.
Yeah, best of luck, Smooth.
You too, man.
Appreciate you guys joining us in here. Drag you guys up now. Again, that was first you had Silent Widowmaker with the Black Sheep clan. Then we had also joined with Smooth Criminal of Sick Bastards. Smooth Criminal won the first match, then Silent Widowmaker won the second and third match. Silent Widowmaker will be progressing on into the next round of the tournament. Next up, we do have Loy Label as an Air Fire Elementalist versus Merithus Darkmoon as a Deadeye Brawler Skirmisher. Should be a pretty good matchup. Appears to be wearing one of the masks. I'm not quite sure which mask that happens to be. As you guys shot here, this being Merithus Darkmoon sporting the bone armor and some kind of mask there. Not quite sure which mask that is. Immediately that air attunement gets kicked on by the air elementalist there. Missing a salvo there from Meredith. Meredith lands a nice explosive shot, hitting Lord Label in the back. I believe Lord Label missed his lightning bolt there. Did the case on that static field. Not even to do any damage with it. Meredith is keeping distance from him. Lord Label's about 25% health now. Lord Label's got to do a little bit of something here. And he gets a tornado that knocks Meredith up. Meredith's not taking any fall damage from that tornado, however. Loyal Label taking quite a bit of a beating here from these archery shots that the Deadeye is known for. And Loyal Label going down very quickly here in the first match. First match there going to Meredith's Dark Moon. Loyal Label taking a rather quick fall, unfortunately. And here we go again. See if Loyal Label fares a little bit better. Meredith's landing the salvo that time. Missing some of his arrow shots, though. Loyal did a decent job of avoiding them, taking a little bit too many arrow shots. Then there's a static field on a little bit too early. Needs to wait until Meredith gets into close range before he pops it. Now it's going to be on the cooldown, so if Meredith decides to come in, he's not going to have any protection. Loyal able to pretty good landing his shots now. You see those fireballs landing in there and those lightning bolts as well. Loyal able there on the left. Got quite a few arrows stuck through his body at the moment. And he misses a tornado. A little bit preemptive on that, a little bit too early. Meredith has a nice salvo there on top of Loyal Label. Loyal Label's at 25%. Loyal Label goes down once again. Another quick matchup there. Meredith is taking away the win in this best of 3. He will be progressing forward in this tournament. Here are the results of that matchup. Loyal Label, Air Fire Elementalist versus Meredith's Dark Moon as the Deadeye Brawler Skirmisher. Meredith is taking away the victory there, 2-0. Now joined with Loyal Label here of the Knights Templar clan. Welcome.
Thank you.
Nah, not quite going to your way today.
Yeah, I did, and I knew that was going to be a hard fight because the arena is too huge, and the best strategy against a Deadeye is going aggressive, and hope he missed a lot of arrows and stuff.
Yeah.
I had to do that. I couldn't play range with him.
Yeah, I couldn't quite see you getting in there close enough to get that static field to make any difference there, unfortunately.
Yeah. I tried to static field sooner to try to make it he dash away. So, you know, yeah, because I wanted to fight like in middle range with him, and I knew I wasn't going to get closer if I only with bombs and attunement to air. But it was a good fight. I know he plays very good, and I wish him the best of luck.
Who do you think is going to win in that next matchup with Meredith's Darkmoon versus Silent Widowmaker in tomorrow's matchups?
I think Martin's got it. I think he can win easily too.
Any comments on the next 2 matches we have here? Propane versus Woobear and Straightliner versus Pat McCrotch.
Well, Straightline is another mage, and Pat is a very good player. I don't know, but I think Pat is the favorite in these 2 next matches. That's all.
All right, I do appreciate you popping in here. That's Loyal Label of Knights Templar.
Thank you very much, Crash. Hope to see you again.
See you later. Hopefully see you in future tournaments.
Thank you.
That was Loyal Label of the Knights Templar clan. The Straightliner versus Pat McCrotch match is actually going to be the same roles we just saw, that being an Airfire Elementalist versus a Deadeye Brawler Skirmisher. But before that match, we do have the kind of reverse match here between 2 members of the same alliance, Propane, I believe, of Sick Bastards, and Woobear of Rise of Mayhem. Propane being a Slayer Barzark Warrior, and Woobear being a Barzark Slayer Warrior. You see how those ultimates take a toll in this battle. That's a quick shot here of Propane in that dragon armor. You see that big polearm there on the back. Let me zoom in here. You guys get a little bit of that detail. Yeah, he's not wanting to stand still for us here. Gonna throw an emote there in front of our camera. Get a shot of Woobear here in his dragon armor, some sort of bunny-like mask. Not quite sure what that is. And then we are off. Both warriors pulling out those bows, gonna do a little shots. Woobear getting a little bit more lands than Propane at this point. And here comes that melee engagement. Woobear immediately pulling out of there. I do believe Propane has a little bit of the advantage in the melee there with the Slayer abilities. Woobear not seeming to land a whole lot of those shots right now. Propane not even firing back. He's just trying to get in there close. And there comes a roar. See those big pole arms from both combatants being pulled out. Woobear pulling, Propane pulling back a little bit there. And both do the charge right back in there together. I think it might be to Woobear's advantage to try to just get in and out of those melee engagements as quickly as possible. Propane not seeming to fire back his arrows. Just kind of running around over there with his shield out. While Woobear takes some pot shots at him. Woobear taking a quick seat, and up goes Propane. Propane, I'm not sure if he landed that breakfall on time or not. He did take damage when he came down. Might have been a big mighty polearm swing there from Woobear though. Woobear's got the health advantage currently at the moment in this warrior versus warrior battle. And there comes Propane's Slayer abilities. I'm not so sure Woobear wants to stay in there with him against this, and Woobear does not want to stay in there at all. He pulls out of there. Propane doing a pretty good job of blocking some of those shots, but still taking damage. Pretty even match so far. Both combatants about 75% health. Propane very low on health, about 25%. He took a little bit, he took a pretty bad beating there in that engagement. It appears as though Woobear could have stayed in there and kept going on him, but for some reason he pulled back. Not what that was about. I'm sure what that was about. Propane's down to about 3 or 4 hits or so. Woobear can finish him off if he charges in here right now. And here comes Woobear. He's gonna come in here and try to go for that kill. Propane trying to do something here. He's not getting much off. He's about 1 hit now. He's about 1 hit. Woobear just needs to land 1 nice little arrow shot. He can finish him. Woobear taking a stop to do his transfers instead of going for the kill. Giving Propane just enough time to get a heal off. Missing those pole arms, but he's going to go in there again. Woobear got him down to about 1 hit one more time. See if he can finish it off at this point. Propane doing a pretty good job. And there goes a potion there. You see Propane drinking his potion, getting his health back up. Woobear stops the melee engagements again. Immediately pulls his bow out. Not sure I agree with that decision. Here goes Woobear again. Propane being about 1 or 2 hits from death this whole time now. Woobear knocks him up in the air. Propane comes down. Woobear beats him around like a pinata, falling out of the sky there. Round 1 goes to Woobear. And our match is going again here. If Woobear can finish him off, finish Propane off in this one, then you don't even worry about the third match. He's immediately going to be progressing on to the next one. Woobear not landing as many arrow shots here as Propane is. And Propane going to say screw this and go right in there in the melee. Getting knocked up. I'm not so sure how he took any fall damage when he came back down though. warriors doing a lot of range battle here. Would have been expecting a little bit more melee between these guys. Propane doing a lot of just shield blocking. He's gonna come in with those Slayer abilities. Try to tear Woobear up. He does not manage to actually come out on top of that engagement. He is actually leaving it with a little bit less health than Woobear. Woobear still has all of his warrior abilities up, I do believe. Now Woobear's taking a little bit of damage from those pole arms. Got us a melee polearm battle here. Still about even. Woobear doing a nice little backslash right there. Hitting Propane in the back as he kind of dashes around him. Propane backs way up and sits down. Woobear missing his shot there as Propane was resting with that rest debuff. And up goes Propane. Nice breakfall by Propane, but he does take that polearm slash as he comes down. There's always a danger you breakfall right in front of your opponent like that. You kind of just hang there in the air like a softball waiting to be whacked out of the park. Propane about 50% health and Woobear about 75% health. Nice breakfall by Woobear. Does take a little bit of damage as he comes down though. Propane not landing a lot of those polearm attacks, and Woobear not wanting to go into melee range with him for some reason. I do believe the Slayer abilities are currently down. I do stand corrected there. The Slayer abilities are right there popping out. Woobear trying to wait until those abilities wear off before he engages in his own melee attack. And those abilities dying down now. Maybe we'll see Woobear. Woobear got him down to about 2 hits now. This might be the end for Mr. Propane. Woobear pulling that bow out. Gonna try to get a little bit of damage on him as he goes in. Might have waited a little bit too long. Woobear gonna sit down. Both engaged in archery once again. Propane gonna hide around the corner there, and here he comes. He's gonna start to burn some of those Slayer abilities, maybe. Try to get himself back in this fight. Woobear needs to keep the pressure on. I think he's doing a little bit too much archery in this fight. He needs to just get in there and go for the killing blow and end it. Propane about 30% health. Woobear still maintaining about 70% health. And here comes those Slayer abilities. Not so sure. Yeah, Woobear wants to get out of there. He doesn't want to stay in the middle. Let Propane get some life leech on him. That would not help him in this battle. Propane trying to get in there, trying to get that big pole arm. He's missing some of those back shots. Now he gets in range. Now he nails a couple of back shots there on Woobear. Woobear slashing right back with his own pole arm. I apologize there, had a little bit of a hang up on our video, but we are good to go again. We are still engaged right here, a very close battle. And again, they go back to the archery. Propane is very low on health. Woobear almost got him down. He's about 2 hits now on Propane there from dying. Woobear goes up. Now Propane gonna go for a swing, and Propane does not seem to land. I don't think he lands that shot. Woobear's got him down to about 10 health now. This might be the end for Mr. Propane. Woobear goes in and finishes Propane off in a 2-0 win. Woobear will be advancing. And Woobear there you see at the end there before I switched off. Woobear showing obvious compassion for his opponent, giving him a little bit of a teabag there to drink on. There's the results of that matchup. Propane versus Woobear. Woobear taking away a 2-0 victory over Propane. Propane there on the left, Woobear on the right, wearing that brownie mask. We're now joined by a Propane of Sick Bastards. The match did not go his way today. Welcome, Propane.
Hello.
What happened there? Didn't seem like you had things going your way.
No, Woobear is just good. I've always dueled him in our cities. He always beats me. Just, I couldn't transfer that well this time.
Anything you think you might have been able to do a little bit better? Maybe turn the things in your favor?
I gotta manage my stamina better. Push melee better, I guess, yeah.
Well, that next matchup we have is going to be Straight Liner versus Pat McCrotch. Do you think Woobear can beat either or both of those guys?
Yeah, I think Woobear can. Sorry. I think he can beat the. I'm not gonna say anything, but I think Pat's gonna win the next one. And I think Woobear can actually beat Pat.
Do you have Propane? They're predicting a Woobear victory over a Pat McCrotch victory. Pat McCrotch potentially winning the next matchup we have. I do see Woobear up there. I want to bring him down. Now also joined by a Woobear of Rise of Mayhem. Woobear winning the matches today. Congratulations, Woobear.
Why, thank you.
Hi, Woo.
Hello.
Notice you
Yeah,
guys.
that was a good fight. There's a lot of bad blood between me and Propane. I don't know, it's not common knowledge, but he had sexual relations with my mother and also my dog. It's a very painful, traumatic experience for me.
Yeah, I felt that teabag.
That teabag is in the footage that we do have for the stream today.
I patented that. That's the quintuple teabag, I believe. It was 5 in a row. It's tough to perform, but you know, heat in the moment, I pulled it off.
How do you think your chances are going to be going against the winner of this next matchup, Straight Liner versus Emeritus?
I don't know. Air Mage is annoying to go against, and Deadeye is equally as bad. So I could have my work cut out for me, but hopefully I can pull something off. I don't know. Especially with the distance in between the players, like it is really hard to, you know, try and get close to them as you have to do as a warrior, and they're just pelting you with everything.
Yeah. I do see Straight Liner popping into the arena, getting set up for the next match. Is there any final comments you guys have here before I drag you guys out?
No, I'm good, I guess.
Anything from you, Mr. Propane?
Oh, sorry, what was that?
Any final comments before I close you guys out here and then get set up for this next match?
Just good fight, Woo.
Yeah,
That was
good
for
fight,
all
bud.
the marbles.
Appreciate you guys popping in here. I'm gonna go ahead and drag you guys up now.
Yeah, I'll see you on the other TSO.
Again, that was Propane of Sick Bastards and Woobear of Rise of Mayhem. Woobear taking away a 2-0 victory over Propane in that matchup. He will be progressing onwards. His opponent in the next round will be the winner of the match we have coming up here. The match we coming up here will be Straight Liner as an Air Fire Elementalist versus Pat McCrotch as a Deadeye Brawler Skirmisher. Excuse me there. This is what we're having up here. We have a Straight Liner there on the left in the orange and Pat McCrotch on the right in the blue. You see Straight Liner there wearing the Widow Silk armor, the highest Elementalist armor, as well as what appears to be I'm gonna guess a Grimdrake mask right there. We'll pan over here really quickly. You see Pat McCrotch wearing the Bone Scale armor, and again, that mask, I'm not quite sure what it is. Looks like some sort of a golem. This matchup, we did see a matchup similar to this earlier, being an Airfire Elementalist versus a Deadeye Brawler Skirmisher, and it did go in the Skirmisher's favor. Straight Liner gets hit by an explosive arrow there before they got nailed by a salvo. Not doing a very good job of landing those fireballs, unfortunately. That Air Elementalist gets in here nice and close. He can do that static field and just rip that brawler apart. He put that static field up, but the Pat McCrotch manages to pull farther away from him. Pat McCrotch taking quite a bit of distance there. Straight Liner did a pretty good job of landing those shots, and there's a salvo landed right on top of Straight Liner. He's going to take some damage from that one. Straight Liner coming in close again. Going to try to get that static field off, I think. Does not cast it. Goes right back to those fireballs. Straight Liner is very low on health now. He's at about a couple of hits from going down. He's going to hide behind the torch over here. Papa Crotch stacking up way, way over there in the distance. You see Straightliner launching those magma bombs, I do believe, across there. Straightliner gets hit by another salvo from Papa Crotch. Straightliner behind the torch over here. Sitting down once again. He gets nailed with an explosive arrow. He is dangerously low on health now. He needs to get something done. He needs to get some potions or something drank. He's about one hit from dead. And there he goes. Papa Crotch taking down Straightliner. First match going to Papa Crotch in this best of 3. Immediately drops that salvo in there, and Straightliner does take a full damage from that one. And a nice explosive arrow landing behind Straightliner as well. And he lands a nice fireball there on Papa Crotch. Straightliner needs to get in there close, eliminate that ranged advantage that Papa Crotch has in this battle. Straightliner about 50% health now. He's got to get in there and use that static field to just rip that duelist apart. Excuse me, that Deadeye apart. Nice fireball there by Straightliner. Straightliner is taking quite a bit of health though. He's down 25% health now. Papa Crotch maintaining 75% health. Lands a nice salvo there though on Straightliner. Another explosive arrow lands in Straightliner. Straightliner almost takes an arrow in the back right there, managing to dodge just barely. And he takes a shot right there as well. And Straightliner down again. And Papa Crotch advances 2-0. Here's the results of that matchup, Straightliner versus Papa Crotch. The winner being Papa Crotch with a 2-0 victory over Straightliner. But that is it for today's matchups. I'm going to see if I can get Papa Crotch and Straightliner to join us here in the comms and get their comments on the fight. Now joined by Straightliner of Red. Unfortunately did not progress on. How's it going, Straightliner?
Hey.
What happened there? It didn't seem like you did as good as you did in the first rounds.
Well, I don't know. It's just Deadeye against Elementalist. It's really hard, especially in open arena like this.
Yeah, I didn't notice the static field. I figured it would be a big part of that, but did not quite manage to land the static field.
It's almost impossible to land static field in such against a Deadeye who can get so much distance and salvo you, and you know.
Who do you think, since Papa Crotch did advance, the matchup between him and Woobear, who do you think is going to be victorious in that tomorrow?
I think Deadeye's got the biggest advantage in that arena, so I think Pat McCrouch is gonna win against Woobear.
Any other matches you might, any other predictions you might have for us for the for tomorrow's matches? We also have Xavier versus Templar Bane in a Primalist versus Primalist Law Life battle, and then Beautiful Disaster versus the Pit Boss in a Warrior versus Warrior battle. And then, of course, the matchups from today, Smooth Criminal is going to be facing Marathis Darkmoon.
The two Law Primes against each other, that's gonna be a really long fight with Virtuous Wrath. It's just gonna be whoever gets the most direct hits is gonna win. For the fight on Beautiful Disaster and Pit Boss, it's just gonna be a warrior fight. I don't know, not too good on those. But I think Slayer might have the advantage just because of Vamp Strike. For Silent Widowmakers and Morothis, I think Morothis is gonna win again because he's a Deadeye, and Deadeye has the biggest advantage in my opinion on that arena.
I do appreciate your predictions there. I'm going to thank you for popping in here. Any last comments before I go ahead and close off the stream here?
I I just want to say good fight, Pat McCrotch. He's good Deadeye.
Good show of sportsmanship there. This is the Crush. That was Strayliner of Red Clan. And same time tomorrow, we will be showing the next round, which is one round away from the final round of this tournament. I gotta thank you guys for turning in. This is the Crush of Lost Minions signing off.